Welcome to the Resource Nexus podcast. As always, you can check out the full article along with stats and opinions at theresourcenexus.com. The 2025-26 college basketball season is officially underway, and with it comes our first real look at the freshmen who could define the 2026 NBA draft after months of hype, practices, and preseason showcases. We're finally starting to see how these young prospects perform in live game action against top competition, from explosive wings to versatile big men and dynamic guards. This season is already giving NBA scouts crucial answers, while fans get an early glimpse at the future stars of the league. At number 1 on this draft board, AJ Dybantsa from BYU stands out immediately. At 6'9", with a strong frame, he combines size, explosiveness, and scoring ability in a way that makes him an instant mismatch on both ends of the floor. He attacks the rim with power and fluidity, and his rebounding instincts let him dominate in traffic and on the glass. While his jumper still needs consistency, his ability to create mismatches in transition and from the perimeter is advanced for an 18-year-old. Defensively, he has the length, mobility, and strength to switch onto smaller players, which fits perfectly in today's NBA schemes. If he continues refining his offensive game, Dybantsa has star potential and could develop into a future franchise cornerstone. Honestly, given his size, athletic gifts, and upside, he's the pick I'd make out of the big three. Number 2, Darryn Peterson from Kansas. At 6'5", he's the prototypical modern guard. Blending elite ball handling, court vision, and scoring efficiency, Peterson excels in pick-and-roll situations and thrives off the dribble, creating separation with ease. He's big enough in today's NBA to guard multiple positions, but questions remain on defense, which is why I'd slot him just behind Dybantsa. His pull-up jumper and knack for drawing fouls make him a tough cover, and his basketball IQ separates him from other freshman prospects. Peterson has all the tools to be a first three lock, with a ceiling as a high-usage combo guard capable of leading a team offensively. Coming in at number 3 is Cameron Boozer from Duke. At 6'8", he's one of the most productive young forwards in recent memory. Boozer combines interior toughness, scoring, rebounding, and playmaking into a versatile package. He's strong enough to finish through contact, and his improving perimeter shooting keeps defenses honest. Boozer is also a capable facilitator, finding cutters and open shooters in transition and half-court sets. While he's not the most explosive athlete compared to peers like Dybantsa, his combination of skill, IQ, and production gives him a safe floor and high ceiling. He's physically overdeveloped for his age and dominated in high school from his freshman season onward, though there is some concern he may be peaking early. Still, he probably has the most impressive raw numbers of any freshman at Duke. In an exhibition against Tennessee, he posted 24 points, 23 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 1 turnover, showing his ability to impact a game in every way. Boozer might have the highest floor in the class, though I'm not sure his game translates as seamlessly to the NBA as Dybantsa and Peterson. Number 4, Nate Ament from Tennessee, a 6'10" big man with wing-like mobility and shooting. Ament's versatility is rare for a player his size defensively. He can guard multiple positions and protect the rim, while offensively, he has a smooth touch around the basket and emerging range. His main area of growth is physical strength, but his fluidity, basketball IQ, and shooting make him a likely contributor from day one. He's almost the opposite of Boozer in terms of physical development, and Tennessee will benefit from his ability to switch in pick and rolls and stretch defenses. If he continues progressing, Ament could develop into a modern two-way NBA forward. At number 5, Caleb Wilson from North Carolina is a skilled forward capable of producing efficiently in multiple ways. Standing 6'8", he can play as a small ball 4 or as a high IQ wing alongside 2 other bigs. Wilson's scoring arsenal includes a soft mid-range jumper, the ability to finish around the rim, and improved three-point accuracy. Defensively, he has the potential to be versatile, though lateral quickness and perimeter defense are still areas to refine. His combination of skill and production makes him a high upside prospect capable of emerging as a lottery-level player if he rounds out his defensive game. He could even push into the top 3 if he continues performances like the one against Kansas. Number 6, Koa Peat from Arizona is an explosive power forward with the ability to score at all 3 levels. His strength and athleticism allow him to finish in traffic, attack mismatches, and rebound effectively for his position. Peat's perimeter shooting is streaky, and his defensive footwork can be inconsistent, but his ceiling as a dynamic two-way forward who can bully smaller players is undeniable. Arizona will rely on him to bring energy and versatility, though he will need to transition more into a wing role rather than remaining an undersized forward in college. If he refines his jumper and defensive awareness, he could become a foundational piece for an NBA franchise. Number 8 on the board, Mikel Brown Jr. from Louisville, is a sharp-shooting 6'4" guard whose efficiency and vision make him a true floor spacer with upside as a playmaker. He navigates through traffic with ease, sets up teammates, and knocks down shots from deep. Brown's defensive impact is still developing, and he'll need to add strength to handle bigger NBA guards consistently. Still, his ability to create off the dribble, combined with elite shot mechanics, makes him a valuable asset in modern pace-and-space offenses. He's off to a strong start this season, dropping 29 points on Kentucky, and a strong campaign could easily lock him in as a mid-to-late first-round pick. At number 9, Darius Acuff Jr. from Arkansas is a 6'2" guard bringing quickness, scoring instinct, and a relentless motor. He may not be the most physically imposing player, but craftiness, agility, and solid decision-making help him compensate. Acuff thrives in transition and has a developing outside shot, though consistency is still a work in progress. Arkansas will rely on him as a primary ball handler and scorer, and how well he breaks down defenses this season will largely dictate his draft stock. With continued development, Acuff has the potential to be a reliable combo guard at the next level, and he's off to a strong start this season. Number 10, Chris Cenac Jr. from Houston is a versatile 6'10" big man with perimeter skills that make him adaptable in multiple systems. He can stretch the floor and rebounds like a madman. He's already racked up 23 boards in just 2 games. Defensively, Cenac has length and mobility to protect the rim and switch effectively, though consistency is still developing. At Houston, big men are expected to anchor defensively and rebound, so Cenac's role is to contribute spacing, high energy effort, and toughness, and if he continues developing, he could easily emerge as a lottery caliber pick. Number 11, Jayden Quaintance from Kentucky is a high upside 6'8" forward, returning from an ACL injury, making this season crucial for his draft stock. He blends length, mobility, and defensive instincts into a potential two-way asset. Quaintance flashes scoring and playmaking ability, though vertical explosiveness is still returning post-injury. What stood out last year was his incredible block and steal rate. He's highly disruptive for such a young player. Kentucky will lean on him to contribute defensively and expand his offensive game, and a strong comeback showing could vault him into top 10 contention. His combination of size, defensive versatility, and upside makes him a player to monitor closely. Number 12, Tounde Yessoufou from Baylor is a 6'5" athletic wing with a versatile skill set that immediately intrigues NBA scouts. He combines length, speed, and defensive instincts to guard multiple positions, while offensively he can attack closeouts and finish in transition. His perimeter shot is still developing, but his ability to create off the dribble and make high IQ passes adds value to any offense. Baylor will rely on him as a two-way contributor, and if he refines his jumper, he could become a dynamic wing capable of impacting both ends at the next level. He should put up solid numbers in a team lacking some offensive options. though being slightly older than the typical freshman might limit his upside slightly. Number 13, Labaron Philon from Alabama is a 6'3" guard blending explosiveness, vision, and scoring efficiency into a polished package. He can run the offense, create opportunities for teammates, and finish at the rim in traffic. His defensive instincts and quick hands allow him to generate steals and disrupt passing lanes. While his perimeter shooting has looked more consistent to start the year, Alabama will rely on Philon as both a primary playmaker and impact scorer, and with continued development, he has the tools to project as a starting NBA guard with a high floor and moderate ceiling. Number 14, Brayden Burries from Arizona is a 6'4" combo guard with a scoring-first mentality and the ability to stretch defenses. He has the size and athleticism to attack closeouts, slash to the basket, and create for others off the dribble. His shooting mechanics are solid, though consistency from deep and playmaking under pressure are areas for growth. Arizona will lean on him for scoring bursts and perimeter spacing, and if he improves his decision-making in pick-and-roll sets, he could carve out a role as a high-energy, floor-spacing guard in the NBA. People tend to think of him as a freshman, but he's actually older than the typical first-year player, which might slightly limit his draft ceiling. Number 15, Neoklis Avdalas from Virginia Tech is a long, skilled 6'8" forward with the potential to be a modern NBA stretch four. But with added playmaking instincts of a wing, he has the frame and mobility to impact both ends, and his smooth shooting stroke combined with impressive passing makes him a unique talent. Avdalas can guard multiple positions, though strength and physicality remain areas to improve. Before arriving at Virginia Tech, he played at the highest level in Greece, posting a 15 PER and having standout performances, including a 33-point, 6-assist game against Providence in overtime. With his size and vision, he projects as a high-upside player capable of being a multi-year starter at the next level. Number 16, Sergio De La Rea from Valencia in Spain is a 6'5" international prospect with strong fundamentals and scoring versatility. He can create off the dribble, space the floor, and make plays in transition. Defensively, he's solid with good instincts and mobility, though he'll need to refine strength and physicality for the NBA. De La Rea's experience in the European system gives him an advanced understanding of spacing, timing, and teamwork. If he continues developing his jumper and consistency, he could be a valuable two-way contributor and a sleeper pick in the draft. Number 17, Tahad Pettiford from Auburn is a crafty 6'1" guard with strong scoring instincts and the ability to operate on or off the ball. He relies on agility, quickness, and footwork to navigate defenses and create opportunities for himself and teammates. Size and age are minor concerns, but at this range of the draft, you start taking on warts. Pettiford's perimeter shot is solid, and he can attack closeouts with authority. Last year in the SEC, basically one of the top leagues in the world, he was more productive in conference play as a teenage guard, posting a 20%, so I trust he can figure this out. Auburn will lean on him as a playmaker and scorer, and with continued development, he could emerge as a reliable combo guard capable of contributing immediately at the next level. Number 18, Patrick Ngongba, second from Duke, is a 6'11" elite but old-school big man with a rare combination of size, mobility, and skill. He can rebound at a high rate, bully players around the basket, and is gradually developing a perimeter shot and impressive free throw ability. While it's a small sample size, per 100 possessions, he's posting respectable shot-blocking numbers and above-average passing for a center. He may never be a great defensive rim protector, but the scoring, rebounding, and passing potential is absolutely high-end. Number 19, Dame Sarr, also from Duke, is a dynamic 6'7" forward who excels in transition and has the tools to become a two-way NBA contributor. He can guard multiple positions and create mismatches thanks to his length and athleticism. Offensively, Sarr can attack off the dribble, finish above the rim, and knock down more shots than you'd expect from an ACB-level player, though consistency remains an area for growth. You're mostly drafting him for athletic potential and early defensive impact. Duke will use him as a high-energy scorer and defender. And with continued growth, Sarr could become a high-impact wing, influencing both ends of the floor at the next level. Number 20, Hannes Steinbach from Washington, is a 6'10 long athletic big with two-way impact potential. He can switch onto perimeter players, protect the paint, and alter shots. Offensively, he's effective finishing around the rim and can stretch the floor as his range develops. He's off to a strong start with 1.7 blocks per game and comes in with professional experience from the top German league, posting a 24 PER and blocking a shot per game in just 20 minutes against prime-age NCAA all-conference bigs. Washington will rely on him for rim protection, rebounding, and spacing, and with continued physical development, Steinbach projects as a modern NBA forward with two-way impact. Number 21, JT Toppin from Texas Tech, is a 6'7 explosive forward who can score in multiple ways and contribute defensively. He can attack the rim, create off the dribble, and rebound effectively for his size. While his shooting is still developing, his athleticism and high motor make him a consistent playmaker in transition. By our model, he's the most impactful returning player in college basketball. Toppin's defensive versatility allows him to guard multiple positions, and Texas Tech will lean on him as a dynamic scorer and disruptor. If he refines his perimeter game and decision-making, he could become a high-upside forward in the NBA. Number 22, Kareem Lopez from the New Zealand Breakers, is a 6'8 international forward with a smooth blend of size, skill, and athleticism. He can stretch the floor, create for teammates, and operate in transition. Lopez's combination of length and mobility allows him to guard multiple positions, though he'll need to add strength to compete consistently at the NBA level. Playing overseas against grown men has improved his decision-making and basketball IQ. Lopez projects as a versatile wing with upside as a multi-year contributor if his offensive skills continue to develop. Number 23, Christian Anderson Jr. from Texas Tech, is a high-energy 6'2 guard known for his playmaking and scoring. He relies on quickness, craftiness, and court vision to create offense while also generating defensive opportunities through steals and pressure. His perimeter shooting is solid but inconsistent, and he'll need to refine decision-making in tight spaces. Texas Tech will lean on Anderson to run the offense and contribute as a secondary scorer. With continued growth, he has the tools to be a reliable combo guard capable of impacting both ends. Number 24, Paul McNeil from NC State, is a 6'5 forward with a strong blend of athleticism, length, and versatility. He can operate as a secondary ball handler, attack the rim, and create matchup problems for opposing wings. McNeil's defensive instincts are advanced, and he can guard multiple positions in help situations. He didn't play much last year, but when he did, he was highly productive and should turn that into a breakout season this year. North Carolina State will use him as a two-way contributor, and with continued development on his perimeter shot and finishing, McNeil projects as a high-energy wing with starter potential. Number 25, JoJo Tugler from Houston, is a 6'7 long athletic forward who excels in transition and defense. He can guard multiple positions, protect the rim, and rebound at an elite level while running the floor in fast break situations. Offensively, his shot is still a work in progress, but he can create opportunities with athletic finishes and slashing ability. Tugler's age limits his ceiling compared to peers like Jayden Quaintance, but his defensive potential is elite. He's arguably the best defensive player in college basketball and could translate into one of the best defenders in the NBA. Even without a jump shot, he's capable of impacting the game all over the court and can play center in a dunker role on offense. Number 26, Adam Atamna from Asvel, is a 6'5" young international wing with advanced fundamentals and high upside. He has smooth shooting mechanics, strong footwork, and the ability to run the floor effectively. Atamna's defensive instincts are solid, though he'll need to add strength to handle NBA-level matchups. Playing overseas in Asvel's system has given him early professional experience, boosting his basketball IQ. With continued growth, he projects as a versatile wing with a high ceiling as both a scorer and playmaker. Number 27, Flory Bidunga from Kansas, is a 6'10" athletic, big with rim protection capabilities and a developing offensive game. He has the length and mobility to defend the paint, contest shots, and rebound at a high level. Offensively, Bidunga is still raw, but shows flashes of scoring around the rim and stretching the floor with a developing jumper. Kansas will use him primarily as a defensive anchor and rebounder. If he adds skill and polish, Bidunga has the potential to be a high-impact big capable of influencing both ends in the NBA. Number 28, Thomas Hoff from Florida, is a 6'9" seasoned big with size, strength, and experience that translates well to professional basketball. This season, he's exploring his wing potential, shooting more, and expanding his passing. Hoff can rebound efficiently, finish through contact, and make some threes. While his ceiling may be limited compared to younger prospects, his maturity and polish make him a low-risk contributor capable of immediate impact, especially for winning teams in need of a reliable, versatile big. Number 29, Tomislav Ivasic from Illinois, is a 6'11" veteran big with size, length, and positional versatility. He can protect the rim, alter shots, and stretch the floor with his three-point ability. Ivasic's experience and strength make him capable of handling physical matchups. Illinois will look to him as a defensive anchor and spacing option, and his combination of mobility and size gives him potential as a rotational NBA big, capable of contributing in pick-and-roll schemes and on the glass. Number 30, Anthony Robinson II from Missouri, is a 6'3" combo guard with scoring instincts, playmaking ability, and upside. He can navigate defenses with quickness, create for teammates, and attack closeouts effectively. Robinson's shooting mechanics are solid, and he's been fairly consistent, though volume has been low. Missouri will lean on him as a secondary ball handler and primary scorer. His defensive capabilities allow him to generate turnovers in transition. With continued development, Robinson projects as a versatile combo guard, and he's starting to ramp up his role this season. Number 31, Isaiah Evans from Duke, is a 6'6" forward with length, versatility, and a developing offensive game. He's comfortable shooting from distance and can contribute in transition, though his playmaking is still improving. Defense remains the question mark, whether he can consistently bring effort and impact on that side of the ball. Duke will lean on him for scoring bursts and to add defensive energy if he commits on both ends. Evans projects as a two-way wing with rotation-level potential in the NBA. Number 32, Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State, is a 6'8" long, versatile forward who excels as a two-way contributor. He can defend multiple positions, protect the rim, and rebound effectively, while also serving as a secondary playmaker on offense. Jefferson is quietly one of the best defenders in college basketball and adds scoring bursts for Iowa State. With continued development in perimeter shooting and ball handling, he projects as a multi-dimensional wing power forward capable of contributing immediately in rotation-heavy roles at the professional level. Number 33, Henry Visar from North Carolina, is a 7'0" center with elite length, shot-blocking instincts, and rim protection. Offensively, his game is still developing, focusing on finishes near the rim and pick-and-roll opportunities, but he has some three-point potential already if he can continue to knock down threes at his current rate. Visar will climb this board. North Carolina leverages his defensive presence while developing his skill set. With refinement, he projects as a true two-way big capable of contributing immediately. Number 34, Johan Grunlow from Virginia, is a 7'0" athletic big with significant upside on both ends. He combines length, mobility, and shot-altering ability, making him a natural rim protector. Grunlow showed in the German Professional League that he can block shots at an elite rate while also knocking down threes at 34%. Virginia uses him as a defensive cornerstone while slowly developing his offensive game. If his skill translation continues, he has lottery-level upside thanks to his youth, athletic profile, and rare two-way skill set. Number 35, Nate Biddle from Oregon, is a 7'0" physically imposing center with elite size, strength, and defensive presence. He excels at shot blocking, rebounding, and protecting the paint offensively. Biddle is still raw but capable as a rim finisher, pick-and-roll option, and occasional three-point shooter. He's productive across the board, including passing and defensive stats, making him a multi-tool. Big Oregon relies on his physical dominance, and with continued skill development, Biddle projects as a traditional two-way center who can anchor a defense and contribute immediately. His age, however, likely limits his draft ceiling relative to younger prospects. Number 36, Dash Daniels from Melbourne United, AUS, is a 6'6" wing with elite defensive versatility and intriguing offensive upside. At just 17.9 years old, he's one of the youngest players in this class, yet he already shows the ability to guard multiple positions, switch seamlessly, and disrupt opposing offenses with length and athleticism. Offensively, Daniels attacks downhill, excels at cutting and finishing in traffic, and can create for teammates, though his jumper is still developing. His poise, court awareness, and basketball IQ are advanced for his age, making him a high-upside, two-way prospect who could project as a rotational contributor in the NBA once his offensive game rounds out. Number 37, Bennett Sturtz from Iowa, is a 6'4" versatile guard capable of contributing early at the professional level. Offensively, he's a reliable scorer who can attack the rim, knock down mid-range jumpers, and facilitate for teammates. Iowa relies heavily on him, and his combination of skill, size, and college experience gives him a low-risk profile as a rotational player. With continued refinement in shooting, consistency, and playmaking, Sturtz projects as a dependable combo guard with immediate floor impact potential. Donnie Freeman is another name, but that's pretty much the main contenders for a first-round picks. And no, I do not think Yaxel Lindeborg, already being 23 years old, will be a first-rounder, much less top 10. Like he is on multiple other draft boards, he remains one of the most overrated prospects and a defensive liability, anchoring 200-plus defenses at UAB and Michigan, is also giving up lots of points in the limited games too. All right, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got some good insights. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who'd find it useful. And don't forget to check out theresourcenexus.com for more in-depth analysis. Until next time, check you later.
Cool. Guess we'll see you around.
All right, check you later.
Bye.
Wait, man, why are you always such a dork, man? What are you talking about? Check you later. Check you later.